Patty LaBelle, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Patty. Now, this guy sounds, these two guys sound great with the band.
Sound good with the band.
Yeah, very
Too
nice.
bad we can't afford to have them.
I know. Our first guest is the founder of an organization called the Minnesota Skeptics. They used to play in the old AFL, didn't they? I thought they did. The Skeptics, yeah, back in the old days. When you played, Paul. He has brought with him tonight some more medical devices that were sold to the public before they were banned. Banned, ladies and gentlemen, by the government. Please say hello to Robert W. McCoy. Oh, Mr. McCoy. Hi, Bob.
Hi, David.
Good to see you again. How are you?
Good, fine, thank you.
Good. And you have some very interesting items here, but before that, just a brief bit of background about the Minnesota Skeptics.
Well, we're part of the scientific committee for the investigation of claims of the paranormal out of Buffalo, New York, and we try and gather information and educate people about nonsense and skeptical things.
You're debunkers, aren't you?
That's correct.
You go in there and shake some sense into people.
We try and do that, but we're having a losing battle in some extent.
Well, of course, I certainly can understand that my own self. my own self.
Think so.
Excuse the grammar. Okay, let's take a look at it here.
Let's look at this first thing. This is a wonderful thing, a spectrochrome. I want you to sit down over here. It's invented by Dinsha Godavari.
Gee, it looks an awful lot like a chair, Mr. McCoy.
No, the machine here, not the chair.
Where do you get these things, by the way?
Well, this came from the Bakken Library in Minneapolis, a famous library of the history of medicine. Other things came from the Food and Drug Administration in Washington, D.C. Now, what this does, the guy who invented this believed that you had a certain aura in your body, and so he made these machines starting in 1920 that have an actual lighthouse light in it, and it has lenses in here that I'll pull out, and I'll turn on the lights, and it will cause all kinds of ways to improve your constipation. That's what the green lens is for. You have
the green lens is... No.
Green lens is for constipation.
I don't even want to discuss
the
this.
Red lens, the red lens is if you have a heart problem. Then we have, if you have fits of epilepsy, then we would use this lens here, which I believe is the wrong lens. It should be the purple lens.
Yeah. No, that's you and your wife on vacation, isn't it? I think that's... and was this effective at all, or just a complete farce?
Well, it's a way to make a lot of money.
How much would this have sold for?
$90.
$90, okay. And this was called a...
Spectrochrome.
Spectrachrome.
It was seized by the FDA and had a great famous trial. The first thing they seized, and he got fined $20,000. Now,
this is where the guy claimed to have been cured, and then he actually had an attack on the...
Yes, there was a man who said he had epilepsy and was brought on the trial. He said he was cured by the machine. When he got up on the stand, he had an epileptic convulsion and was let off the stand. It didn't work. Okay. Now, this is a famous magnetic belt.
The magnetic belt.
The magnetic belt. If you hold that...
This was worn with the magnetic slacks for years, wasn't it?
That's correct.
Now you feel that... Damn! Jeez! What are you doing? What the hell was that?
It's vibrating a little bit.
No, I felt an electrical shock.
Well, you shouldn't have. No?
I shouldn't have.
No,
all right, I'll
just
try it again.
Now you...
I'll take your word for it, then.
These were invented by a man named Gaylord Wilshire in 1925.
Wilshire, as in Wilshire Boulevard in California?
Yes, and he was the man who bought up most of the property between downtown Los Angeles and the ocean.
What did we do with this? Well,
to demonstrate how good this worked, he sold these door to door, and if you brought that in like that, it illuminated that belt there and showed that it was working.
The light to come up. Yeah.
The light
there is an electrical
he knew
field
something
going
happened.
on. Yeah.
He made no medical claims except it cured anything and also made you beautiful. You put this over your body like that, and it caused the magnetic current to go through your body. Do you feel anything?
I feel just a little...
It's vibrating a little bit. Well, you'll have little after effects later on, maybe in the week here. He made enough money to buy most of the land between downtown Los Angeles.
Selling this device?
Selling this device.
That's amazing.
Other people copied him. This is one of the copies.
And this was just for general well-being?
Yes, for beauty and well-being.
But again, no foundation in medicine
no
to support
medical
that.
basis.
Okay.
He just made a lot of money. Now, this is something that's fun. This is a device called an electreat from 1919.
And what is it called?
An electreat.
An electreat.
You hold this in your hand and rub this on your other arm. Take your hand
on your arm.
Well, you can rub it on my arm all you want to. See, it doesn't hurt. Now try it on your own hand.
Ha! Jeez! Paralyzing currents of electricity shot through my...
I can stand it. It doesn't bother me a bit.
You're obviously grounded.
This one...
No, look at that. You can actually see it contract the muscle.
Yeah.
Oh!
This has some medical value, but
That's very unpleasant.
yes, it is.
Now, will that affect my pacemaker at all? Do I have a... again, what was that for?
Well, it does have some value in making your muscles relax, but it didn't cure gout, make hair grow, or help with constipation.
I think that could be dangerous. I mean, if that were out of whack, you could get killed with
If
that.
you're standing in water, it's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Now, here's something.
Let me, we have to do a commercial, and then we'll be back and look at the rest of this stuff. Okay, we'll be right back.